Here we are looking at an old Norton vine, and this morning I'm going to teach you how to long prune this, so then we're going to come back and set the bud numbers afterwards. So we go through and we just come through and we cut these off, leaving plenty of buds, more than what we're going to need before we come back and set the bud numbers. So we get rid of this older material that's hanging down. Now what you want to notice is I left lots of extra buds and material on this before we're going to set the bud number. But what you have to realize with Norton is the buds on a spur here, it's basically buds 4 through 6 are the most fruitful, so we leave them plenty long. So these buds typically where a lot of people want a 2-bud spur or 3-bud spur, that doesn't work so great on Norton because these buds down here near the spur position are not as fruitful as these out here. So now we'll come through, here we're at the end of February, so we're not going to set the final number of buds until later in the season. So we're going to let this sit here, because now that I've pruned, what this does is this sets the buds in motion to basically start to grow. And so we don't want to set the bud numbers, and the buds on the end of this spur position here will bud out first. And those will control these not to break down here. So this long spur here, that's the term long pruning. And so what happens is that if this warm weather continually stays warm, this bud will swell and start to grow, but the rest of these will not grow as quickly. And so this bud here at the end controls all of these other buds along here. That's called apical dominant. So if we come back in a month and this one has started to grow and we cut it off, then it sets this next bud in motion to control, and this one will break, and this controls the buds down the spur. And so by leaving them long early on, we're really limiting the growth that can happen as the season warms up, and then we can come back and set our final bud number. And this helps us protect against any late season frost events that may occur. If we get an after bud break, we get a cold period.